Can women touch men without consent? The Power Ghost Michael Rainey Jr. Twitch live stream controversy. The star of 50 Cent's Power Book 2 Ghost series on Starz channel, Michael Rainey Jr. experienced unwanted touching by the aggressive sister of a popular Twitch live streamer, Tylil James. On top of that, based on Michael's facial expression, she squeezed too hard. Ouch. Men know what I'm talking about. No matter if you're attractive or not, it ain't cool at all to squeeze the jewels hard. Might get a reflex upside the head. Before I continue, be sure to follow us here and on our YouTube channel today. 50 Cent's initial nonchalant response to the hard squeeze seen around the world has got him in a lot of trouble with a lot of fans, some of whom are now comparing him to the Dark Diddler, his nemesis. He has since advocated prosecuting her. But in the comments section of many of the social media posts covering the story, a theme has emerged. Some men think it was not a big deal, and some women think that men from older generations who keep justifying this behavior come from an era of toxic masculinity. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. One comment in particular from a female straight up went all the way in on men born in the 1980s and earlier, which includes yours truly, of course, bashing us all as sons of toxic masculinity for condoning such acts from women and ridiculing younger men who complain. Oh boy, where'd they get this from? First of all, on behalf of men 35 and older, we're not a monolith. Some men may indeed be okay with most unwanted touching from women, while others are not. The same is true for younger men. I personally know men in my Gen X era who had women put hands on them inappropriately, and they didn't like it at all. This is what a lot of modern women misunderstand. They're so quick to trash all men without facts. Nonetheless, though like women, men don't like unwanted touching from women, the rules are different. There are two reasons for this. Take notes. Number one, men are physically stronger than women, so if need be, we can more easily defend ourselves against unwanted touching from women. Number two, since men are expected to be the initiator of contact with women for dating, that kind of thing, desirable women who make the first move by physical touch usually, but not always, get a pass from us. Now, notice in the second bullet point, I used the qualifying word desirable. As with women who are more friendly when the man approaching them is very handsome and tall, men are far more likely to be friendly to women who we find attractive. Why is it so hard to understand? If the woman is unattractive, the rules are different. Most men who try to explain this often don't articulate it very well, which is why so many women are condemning them in this case. Now, for high-profile, famous men like this actor Michael Rainey Jr., the stakes are much higher due to security and business reasons. He can't just let any random woman grab him, regardless if she's attractive or not. In some cases, a woman who initiates contact can turn around and flip it on famous men to make it seem like the man assaulted her. Pay attention. This could not only put him in legal jeopardy in the West in particular, but also destroy his career. This is true for businessmen such as myself. There's actually a case right now where a former top NBA draft prospect from Illinois, Terrence Shannon Jr., was falsely accused of unspeakable things to a woman he never met in September 2023. She simply went online, found his picture, and told police he assaulted her. Imagine that. It ruined his NBA chances, and he didn't even know or touch her.
2 felony charges. Good evening, I'm Brendan Morano.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Back in December, he was charged with rape after he visited a University of Kansas bar. This whole week, jurors have heard witness testimony from both sides. That continued this morning with U of I assistant coach Tim Anderson and the basketball player himself. WCIA 3's Amanda Brennan is live in our newsroom. Amanda, what happened next?
Closing arguments started around 1 p.m. and from there, the jury deliberated for almost 2 hours. Next, words from the judge wrapping up this case that we've been following for the past 6 months. In the next story, we've muted the victim and her friends' names from some of the quotes.
In the state of Kansas versus Terrence Shannon Jr., we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty of rape. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty of aggravated sexual battery.
Those were the words the former Illini and his legal team had been hoping for since he was charged in December. That following an incident at the Jayhawk Cafe in September of 2023 after Shannon went to the Illinois versus Kansas football game. An 18, now 19-year-old said he inappropriately touched her under her skirt that night. That accusation led to this week's trial and some intense closing arguments.
So it's very legally dangerous for men out here in these streets. All right, now finally, there's another related scenario that needs some explaining from a man's perspective. Let's consider the rules of unexpected touching after the first date. Women are more guarded about physical contact after the first date than men, and understandably so. Allowing such touching can escalate into increasing levels of intimacy that the woman didn't expect or want. This escalation in some cases can end tragically, which is called date rape.
Corners in a joint investigation with Hack on Triple J, we look at the dating app Tinder and how it's built a business model that exposes its users to assault, and how it's allowing serial sexual predators to thrive on its platform. Since it was launched in 20... Do you guys feel safe on dating apps?
Yeah, personally, I think it's probably, if you're a woman, you might find it's not as safe or you don't feel as safe.
I still need to be cautious, so I still need to send my friends the location. I still need to think about my reputation after that. So in that sense, it is safe in a way, but the fact that I have to think about these things wouldn't make it completely safe.
Technically, the same can be said the other way around for men, but the rules are looser because, once again, going back to the 2 bullet points from earlier, men can physically control the situation and manage the escalation in most cases. However, if the woman is armed or has a secret accomplice laying in wait somewhere, that could be a dangerous problem for men too. That's not common though, but it happens. Generally, adult men of all ages are more welcoming than women of physical contact on the first date from women they find attractive. I think the reason so many women criticize men for not being as guarded as they are is because modern women tend to want men to process emotions and actions the same way they do. Oh boy. I've said it before and I'll say it again, ladies. It's okay for men and women to be different. Stop trying to box masculine creatures into your feminine world view. Let me say that again. I said something right there. Stop trying to box masculine creatures into your feminine world view. Just accept that we're beautifully different. Yes, unwanted touching is inappropriate for us too, but the rules are different due to the reasons I've outlined. I agree that those men who criticize other men for them not liking unwanted touching from women should refrain from doing so. But it's not toxic masculinity when such men try to articulate what I've outlined in this video. Now, if you disagree or agree, comment below. Gentlemen, definitely let women know your opinions and experiences you've had with unwanted, unexpected touching from women, attractive or not. Until the next video, the apocalypse of good men continues.